Everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. Today I want to discuss something I've been hearing a lot. Um, it goes like this. Well, you haven't met every person in the world. You can't say the stuff that you say about people because you haven't met everybody in the world. And I'll give you an example. Not every Caucasian person I met. First of all, I'll say it like this. Not every Caucasian person is racist. I know that. Just like there's other groups who are not, there's other groups, ethnic groups, are not prejudiced against people of color. I'm not saying all people are racist or nor prejudiced. And I'll also say that I know all women are not bad people, but I get the but what I've been hearing lately is not every girl's mean. You haven't met every woman. Not all women are like that. What people have failed to understand is that, duh, I know I haven't met everybody. I know I haven't met everybody. There's like about 5 to 7 billion people on this planet that I haven't met yet. However, I have met millions of people, and I have moved around a lot as a kid, growing up. So, and I've been to different cities and been to different states, and I have lived in different states, and I have lived in different countries growing up. So I get what most people are saying, though, but that's not what I'm saying. Is when I say most women are evil, mean bitches, I'm not saying all women are that way. When I talk about Caucasian people, that the majority of them are racist, I didn't say all are racist. You're not paying attention here to those who are watching. Or I should say, not every other group is prejudiced against so-called black people. And I'm not saying all are prejudiced or all are racist or most women are man haters and feminists. That would be crazy for me to say all people are bad when I know that's not true. When I say the majority of people are like that, I'm not kidding you. The majority of people in this fucking country is fucking evil. Now I know I have never been. I've been in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. I've been to and California. But I know wherever I've been to in America, I have not visited every 51 states in the nation. But I can tell you one thing. The majority of people in this country are fucking evil and toxic. Didn't say all. I'm saying the majority. Well, how can you say the majority is? The reason why I can say the majority of women are like this, the majority of Caucasian people are racist like this, is from life experience. And researching how people interact and how people behave. Aside from that, and just from my own personal experiences and talking to other people, and I have come to the conclusions that I have come to recognize and identify that it's just the way it is like that. Now, I'm not saying all people are bad, but the majority of people are bad. Look at this country. Just look around you. Look at the world. Look how evil is running rampant. Look how we treat each other. This is just not my own personal experiences. These are other people's experiences that I've talked to online and in real life. And why is it like this? Nobody's saying all people are bad, or we don't. I don't speak in absolutes. I know there's a few far in between, very few people that are not evil. That are very few people who are good people, who are non-prejudiced, who are non-racist. But the majority of them, that the people are, because everybody saying I'm not like this, I'm not like that. But when bad shit happens, when you see injustice, you see evil going on. Most of you so-called good people don't say shit. You see women, treacherous women out here doing wrong, and men hurting men, abusing the fuck out of men. And I'm not saying you don't have men doing the same shit to women. I would never say men are one group is an angelic and the whole group, and one group is angelic while the other group is flat out evil. I can't say that. But I can tell you that me being on the good side is that, from my observation, the way women are in particular, that most of them are treacherous, evil ass bitches, regardless of what ethnicity they are in America. Free case, don't get it twisted. That they're like that. Majority of Caucasian people, evil, racist as hell. You know, majority. And other ethnic groups of color, if you happen to be my skin color, so-called black, as you call it, that most people do not like black people. Let's just call it for what it is. We haven't done nothing to nobody. We have never bombed nobody. We haven't never colonized nobody. We haven't never enslaved anybody, nor raped and pillaged anybody in this nation. And even I'll go out on a limb and say worldwide, we haven't done nothing to nobody, but we're the most disliked people. But everybody wants to steal from us and benefit off of our struggle. And why is that? You know, the most copied people, but we are most hated. That don't make any sense. Men have, and I'll say, men have built societies, fought and rightfully and wrongfully fought in wars, fought for freedom and equality amongst each other, and even for women. But men get treated like shit in particularly Western society. Men have invented, majority of inventions are made by men. Discoveries have been made by men. But you women hate us for no fucking reasons and treat us like shit and don't give us no damn acknowledgement, no credit, nor credit for what the fuck we have done throughout history. Making the world fighting and dying for y'all, but y'all treat us like shit, like we're second-class citizens. I'll take that back. Fifth-class citizens in your eyes, because you think you're so better and so superior to us. And I'm trying to find out where do y'all get this mindset from? When I talk about a certain group of people doing wrong, I'm not talking about all people. I mean, where do y'all get that shit from? What I'm talking about is the fucking culture, how people are been indoctrinated, and how people are raised to behave a certain way. The way we behave, the way we act, the way we speak is based on culture indoctrination. That's what I call it. The way we are and the way we function, the way we think, and what we do is based on the culture of our society, and our culture has shaped us to be a certain way. That's what I'm talking about. So when I say the majority of people are this, I'm speaking about the culture of that and people being programmed to be a certain way. You can't say all people are like that, but you can say the majority, the vast majority of people are, is because of the culture and how people are raised and be brought up. Nobody's born evil, whether you are a man or a woman, male or female. You're not born. Nobody, no group is born evil. No matter what your ethnicity is, no matter what your religion is, no group is more is no group is born evil, and not every group is 100% good, and not every group is 100% bad. You understand what I'm saying? So one group is not better than the other in that regards. One group is not more angelic than the other. Not one group is more bad, more evil and treacherous than the other. What I'm talking about is the fucking culture of how people think and how people have been programmed, especially in this society, in America, free Ks, to behave a certain way. When I talk about you people create your own fucking killers, that is the truth. That is a fact. Y'all lie to each other. Y'all lie on each other. Y'all cut each other's throat. You backstab somebody. You violate the trust of another individual. You hurt other people's feelings. You hurt people. You damn near kill people. You actually murder people. And you think that's all okay and funny. You celebrate the shit. But when I say something about it, you have a problem with that. That's the problem. It is not in your fucking nature to behave this way. You have been programmed to be a certain way. But most people want to deny it. Why are you denying this shit? It's not in your fucking nature. You don't know your history. You don't know psychology, and you damn sure don't know sociology. You don't have to go to college to figure out basic common sense. We are programmed, we as human beings are being programmed to behave a certain way by the powers that be. What I get is, but when I say that, most of you people don't want to accept the truth. You want to call me names. You want to be disrespectful. You want to look for flaws in my fucking appearance, which is gay as hell, coming from guys. And when I expect women to do it because they have no valid argument, because they can't handle truth, so they gotta be all emotional and crazy. That's programming. Women have been programmed to be emotional, and men have been programmed to be logical. But most people, and as a matter of fact, that most people nowadays are very emotional, don't have critical thinking skills. Thanks to this gynocentric society, thanks to feminism, thanks to people being raised being raised by a single parent, especially a single mother. You know, masculinity is bad, femininity is all good. See, this is the culture that we face in Western society. This is the culture that goes on in America. This doesn't happen in other nations. I'm not saying it don't happen in other countries and other cultures, but it happens more so in America. And that's the fucking problem. So y'all can miss me with, you haven't met everybody. I don't need to meet everybody to come up with a fucking conclusion that there's a problem going on out here. What you have to understand is that people on here are sharing their experiences of the people that they dealt with. Now, you can say, well, you can't say, well, it must have been where you grew up at, because I've been everywhere, practically, than most people. Like I said earlier, I've been to different places. Okay? And I know, and I've talked to other people who have been to different places been to different states, been to different cities, been to different countries, lived there too. And I tell you that the psychology of most Americans is fucked up. Whether you like it or not. I don't need to meet. And let me say this. When people do these studies and shit like that, have they met every person that have done the study? No, they haven't. So you can't believe when they say studies have shown that people do this. Men do this more. Women do this less. Women do this more. Men do this less. Men are this way. Women are this way. Nobody, you have not, the people who do these studies have not met every man. The people who do these studies have not met every woman. And the people who do these ethnic studies have not met every person of that ethnic group. That particular ethnic group, I should say. Or people of this religion or this region of the world is like this and that. So why do y'all believe these studies that are fucking false? It really doesn't benefit you. See, that's a contradiction of what I'm talking about. When someone decides to think for themselves and questions that, you call them crazy. Y'all don't use that argument. You should tell these fucking doctors to shut the fuck up and say that you have not met every person. So how can you say people are more like this, men are more like this, and women are more like that, or so-called black, white, or are this way? But no, you people don't question them. You don't question the elites. You don't question the people who do these studies and the statistics and stuff like that. The census. Do you think the census is 100% accurate? Hell no. But when I tell you something, oh, you gotta have facts, but these motherfuckers don't have to have facts, that's a double standard. You people are a trip. All I'm saying is, I'm just speaking out, there's a legitimate problem out here, especially with the division between genders, between men and women. There's a gender war, which is foolish. And that women have been placed on a pedestal while men have had their rights taken away and then been suppressed down. Just for having a penis, that their lives don't matter. But because women have a vagina, their lives matter. Same with the so-called races. Caucasians' lives matters more than anybody else's. But people of color's lives, if you have darker skin, your lives don't matter. If you're a lighter skin and your hair straight, you get treated better in society. See, that's all programming. People have been taught to think this way. This racism is nothing more than man-made programming. Now, I'm not going to get into. I take that back. I have spoken about y'all going to have to watch my older videos when I speak on racism and all that stuff about Caucasian people being in fear of people of color because they don't want to be genetically annihilated. That's more propaganda. That's more programming, and that's why they justify the racism. People of color did not invent racism. People of so-called African descent have not done that shit. People of Asian descent have not done that shit. You know, people of Latino descent, Latin descent have not thought of that shit. Only European people have thought of that bullshit. Y'all gotta think. Y'all gotta use your minds. Y'all gotta question stuff. You gotta attack the culture. It's the culture that shapes the programming of the mindset of the individual. Just think about what I'm telling you. I'm out of here.